This video is going to show some of the projects and the work that we did over that first week of October following the hurricane. On October 1st, Nate went out and joined a search and rescue party, searching for an individual who had been missing in our community for about 72 hours. He used his drone to search hard to reach locations that were just not accessible due to the flooding and the high debris and mud. The rescue attempt turned into a recovery, but at least that family has closure. There are still over 140 people still missing in our community. The next day on October 2nd, we decided to go back to the back part of our property and search the creek to see if any flooding had come onto our property. Because of what we saw, we knew we were going to have to search the property a little bit more thoroughly. Because of how thick the mud was, we attached poly wire down the side of the hill so we could pull ourselves back up. We searched from this point on. On October 3rd, we headed back to the river. We wanted to see if we could locate anything or anyone that had washed in from the river during the flooding. And we realized that the river had flooded over 30 feet high and over 300 feet into our property. We searched with our drone and binoculars the best that we could due to the limited access. We were able to walk the creek bed for a very short time, but the mud was just too thick and too deep. Property only received minimal damage, but Nate, myself, and all of our animals were safe and healthy. We decided to split our time between cleaning up the homestead with what little damage we received and continuing the projects that we already had in place, with also volunteering our time and services in the community. On the 4th of October, we went to a church and helped to sort supplies, create care packages, and hand them out to folks who were in need. Then we turned our attention back to the property. Because we had had about 9 inches of rain over the course of a few days, we decided to add additional deep bedding to all of the chicken coops to ensure they weren't any areas that were soggy. Then we prepared for our next task that took us the majority of the rest of the evening, which was sexing our chickens and sorting them into just 2 different runs. Thanks to our good friends at the Modern Yeoman, on Saturday we were able to remove and clean up 2 pine trees that had fallen during this storm and the previous storm. fortunate and blessed to have such limited damage to our property and homestead when so many others lost so much. We continue to pray for all of those who are affected by Hurricane Helene and the aftermath. We will continue to volunteer our time and skills as much as we can over the coming days and weeks to help those in our community who still are without power, water, food, or shelter. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself and each other. Until next time.